The 2021 Xfinity Series season gets started at Daytona with the Beef It's What's for Dinner 300. Austin Cindric and Justin Allgaier lead the field to green and would be among the contenders for the win today. Austin Cindric, though, using his Ford teammate of Riley Herbst to get to the front of the field early in stage number 1. On lap number 5, though, we see our first issue of the day as Alex Labbe spins coming out of turn number 4. He would, however, correct it before hitting the wall and be able to continue on. Labbe would not be the only one to experience issues early on in the race, as the number 92 of Josh Williams is also stuck on the track, not able to move with the tire issue. He would, however, get it repaired. The Ford Mustangs, there's not many of them in the field, but they were strong on the day. Riley Herbst and Austin Cindric battling for the lead numerous times throughout the first stage, and Riley Herbst would find his way to the lead towards the end of stage number 1. Would anyone be able to find their way past Riley for the stage 1 finish? Brandon Jones, though, using help from his Toyota teammate Ty Dillon behind him, dives underneath, but Riley Herbst is able to get a run on the outside from Ty Dillon, who stays in that lane. Drag race to the finish. Brandon Jones, however, gets the win in stage number 1. The leaders pit to start off stage number 2, so that means we've got new faces in the front. Ryan Sieg in his 39, as well as Brandon Brown on the high side. They would duke it out for the lead early in stage number 2. Would they be able to stay up front, though? Some strong cars coming from the back in stage number 2, including Brett Moffitt leading many drivers to the bottom line to rival that top lane. Brett Moffitt finds his way all the way to the front with some help from Ty Dillon, and Brett Moffitt would win stage 2, but Brandon Jones spins into the infield. As you can see, going right off the nose of the number 2, spins and damages that splitter, taking him out of contention, and he'd hit the wall and collect the 17 and 36 as well. As we get the final stage started here in Daytona, no surprise to see that 22 and the 54 towards the front of the field, and those JRM Chevrolets, always fast at Daytona, they're up front late as well. Lap number 75, a lot of the drivers migrating to the top lane, riding it out until the next pit stops. They would occur now, as many of the leaders want to come down pit road, but problems behind them. Michael Annett spins off the nose of another car, back up into the draft, and that takes out lots of good cars, lots of damage here. As we take another look, the number 1 car spinning off the nose of the number 13, up into traffic, collecting Jeffrey Earnhardt and Gray Gaulding, as well as many others. The resulting pit stops means we have new names in the front of the field. Justin Haley and his colleague number 11 on the inside, and Harrison Burton his first time up front on the outside lane, with help from his Joe Gibbs teammate behind him. We fast forward to lap 104, we see Ty Dillon working with his Toyota teammates up there, but he wants to make his way towards the front. He finds his way in front of the 18, but he can't come down, not enough room, and that creates the big one. The 54 Ty Dillon collects the number 7, the number 8, as well as many others. We take another look, just enough to get him spinning. You have to have clearance, and if you don't, you're going to create problems for you and all the drivers behind you. A lot of great cars taken out here in the big one. We'll have to see which of those who survived can make a run for the win. And that yellow would set up a late restart with only 8 laps to go. Austin Cindric on the inside, Harrison Burton on the outside. Still lots of good cars up towards the front, and they would battle neck and neck all the way around through the tri-oval, but there'd be problems behind them. Landon Castle into the wall off the nose of Jeb Burton. Tommy Joe Martin's in the 44 also around. That would cause a yellow. Take a look here, Landon Castle, just not enough room up there, spins off the 10, and the resulting yellow leads to NASCAR overtime. The 22 of Cindric on the inside of Burton, who would get the best restart, and that would be the 22 of Cindric getting a great push from the 16. He'd be out ahead. Harrison Burton, though, with help from Moffitt, trying to get a run, but Cindric blocks. Cindric taking the white flag. Harrison Burton trying to get another run with Moffitt, but Cindric knows how to block those oncoming runs, and the 22 of Austin Cindric wins the Beef It's What's for Dinner 300, starting off 2021 where he finished in 2020. Austin Cindric getting the win and locking himself into the playoffs, showing everyone he is a contender for this year's championship as well. Let's take a look at the full Beef It's What's for Dinner 300 results. Austin Cindric getting the win, Brett Moffitt with a great second place finish for R Motorsports, and Brandon Brown getting a great 6th place finish for his team, looking to compete for a playoff spot yet again this year. Myatt Snyder for RCR starting off the year well with the top 10, And Daniel Hemrick also looking good in his new number 18 Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. We take a look at the back half of the field here. Lots of cars involved in issues. Riley Herbst, Justin Allgaier, Justin Haley, Noah Gragson, Ryan Sieg, Brandon Jones. All of these drivers with major incidents not able to finish, which means they did not gain a ton of points here. But that's okay. It's Daytona. You're just going for the win in the beginning of the year. So let's take a quick look at the point standings as they sit right now. Again, only one race in, but Austin Cindric up towards the front of the field. He locks himself in the first race. It's not a good sign for the rest of the competition. Brandon Brown getting some good points, as well as the Colleague, Joe Gibbs, RCR teams. But Joe Graff Jr., Kyle Weatherman also getting some points. Can they stay ahead of those major contenders all year long? Race number 2 for the Xfinity Series takes place on the Daytona road course for the Superstart Batteries 188. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it and comment down below which driver who crashed out of the Daytona race can redeem themselves on the road course. As always, subscribe to the Burnout Network for more great racing content, and until next time, burn it down!